Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fun-filled action of Tiger basketball. I am Scott Moore here with Jared Liker, and we are here for a special night, not only for a boys basketball game, but we have a special theme tonight, Hooping for Hope. So, Coach Liker, what we got?
Tonight we got the Rushville Lions going against the Lawrenceburg Tigers. Rushville's currently 1-3 on the year. The Tigers 4-1, coming off their first loss in a straight butt whooping given to us by the Taylor Yellow Jackets.
It was not good.
It was not good, but you know what? I saw Coach Brown there. Coach Brown, Kerry Brown in his 24th season, his 8th at Rushville, his second stint at Rushville. Is 316 and 241. I think he's got a little bit of experience under his belt. He's coached with Coach Cutter before, who Coach Brad Cutter's in his 5th year at Lawrenceburg. And I can only think that Coach Brown left that game last week thinking that we got to put some pressure on the Tigers.
Yeah, and this is, I believe, Coach Brown's second stint at at Rushville. He was at Rushville, then went to South Dearborn, then to Connersville, and then back to Rushville. So.
Well, Coach, you already killed my trivia question for tonight, so I'm going to have to come up with another one.
Yeah, hey, can't get over me. I am on it.
And at Connersville, they both coached together. What's up, Noah? But this should be an exciting matchup. Two coaches that know each other really well. Coach Brown's team, if you've ever watched him play, is going to get down and play defense and make it difficult for the Tigers. I have faith in Coach Cutter and his staff. They went back to work as all you can do after a butt whooping and really put in the time, and I have faith. We got J.P. Izzo back off injury from earlier in the week, which him being our leading scorer so far this year is going to be a big help for the Tigers.
More importantly, you know who we got over there that's going to supply us with stats?
Mr. Storm Jeffries.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. we are done trying to figure that stuff out on our own.
You know, I was looking up some stats, Coach. The Rush County News has been around since 1822. We are in our 2nd broadcast. I would like to welcome both fans back to the broadcast. Hopefully most people have this simultaneously streamed with the IU Notre Dame football game going on tonight.
I mean, honestly, there's only one game to watch, and that's listening to us.
I couldn't agree more. The crowd might have a little more red than normal with some of the IU and some blue with the Notre Dame.
Yep.
Hey, where's your prediction on that?
Boy, I like what IU's done this year, albeit whatever their schedule is. I don't care because, most IU teams aren't going to do what they did this year. But I hope that, I was telling Storm earlier, I hope it's a game for 3.5 quarters. That way next year IU doesn't get hosed out of another opportunity because that schedule doesn't get much harder next year. So
absolutely. I'm not going to lie. I'm a Kansas guy by nature, but we got Ashton Craig on the
2 EIAC guys in this game tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. We got Westmore from Greensburg on Indiana. We'll get back to our cutting edge analysis of that game, but
I don't know how people can just not be so excited to hear us tonight.
Let's get ready for the national anthem presented by the Tiger Sound, led by Miss Emily Greavy, who always does a great job here.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please rise to honor America and salute those who defended freedom around the world. Our heroes, past, present, and the fallen, as well as our public servants here at home who keep us safe in our cities and towns. Please remove your cap. Put your hands over your hearts as the Tiger Sound Band plays our national anthem.
All right, excellent job there by Tiger Sound.
Tiger Sound.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, so getting back to it here, we got the matchup between EIAC matchup versus Lawrenceburg versus Rushville. Got some conference implications on the line tonight, as Lawrenceburg is currently leading the conference at 2-0. Rushville's right there at 1-1.
It's early in the year, but this is going to be a huge matchup to determine the conference race. Our starters tonight for Rushville is going to be number 3, Zachary, number 5, Owen, number 10, Adams. We're going to listen to Matt say number 24's name so we don't mispronounce this. Number 30, Blake Chase, and number 24,
Apodaca? Is that what he said?
Apodaca, yeah.
Okay. Hey, if that's what Matt says, then that's what it is.
Absolutely.
He's on it. Oh, here we go. Lights going down.
I have a feeling Michael Jordan's going to be one of these.
Bill Cartwright coming out, the big man in the middle from San Francisco. Big shout out to Ben Stoops and Remy over here working the spotlights.
Starters for most of the year. Now with Izzo coming back, expect Mucker and Fabian to get some early playing time as well.
Yeah, you know, a game like this against a Coach Brown team, possessions are very important. They're going to slow things down, not take the air out of the ball on purpose, but they're going to slow things down, and possessions are going to be crucial. Getting down 8 points to a Kerry Brown coach team is like being down 15 to anybody else. So
like
got to be smart with the ball tonight.
It's like playing the old Greensburg Pirates in that wishbone offense.
Oh man, those were the days.
Tigers win the tip.
Handoff there to JP. Evan Lewis up.
Nice
First shot, no good. Good running of the offense. So got a good clean shot on it.
The Tigers went back to the original motion that they ran earlier in the year, looking for the double gap drive there and getting to the basket a little more, rather than shoot those lateral 3-pointers that they settled into last week, or I guess it was this week. Been a long week.
Yeah, that game against Taylor the other night was not some of our better playing. Of course, like we said, JP did not play. Came off a little bit of an ankle injury, but he's clearly back now.
Tigers looking to pick up pressure a little bit.
Looks like a little man-to-man full court. Keaton's having some shoe trouble.
If you're looking for leading scorers for Rushville, Clayton Chase has averaged about 9.5, and then you got Adams and Zachary are both coming in a little over 5 points apiece. They're pretty well balanced. It's a good inside-out three-point shot.
Yep. Getting good shots, just not falling right this second.
I saw Coach Kaniga working with the maintenance staff try to take the lid off that bucket this week on this end.
It was clearly on it the other night. That was good. Ooh. Good thought. Good. Not a great pass, but a good thought. Both teams coming out in a man-to-man defense. Keaton's finally figuring out that shoe. That's big. Especially after he took a face full of snow today at Perfect North.
I know all our viewers are waiting to see what stupid stats that I have to offer or crazy trivia. Don't worry, I've got plenty for us.
Yeah, I was looking through the notes. There's some stuff there.
Not North Korean tonight.
Oh, those are the best.
We're going to go back to the original rules of basketball tonight. Neither team can seem to get a bucket to fall. We've got both good shots at both ends. Tigers have picked up the defensive pressure compared to, they played a zone a lot against Taylor, and it looks like Coach Cutter's looking to change up pace a little bit. I tell you, the nice thing about the Tigers is we are all about 6'2" and floppy hair, so we can switch about five guys on defense.
Oh, good board there.
Coach, I can keep up with the stats at this pace.
Yeah, right now this is not hard. Not a lot of flow in the game. Can't really say too much funny stuff right this second. So,
Izzo with the three. So far, the Tigers are pacing the year. Izzo's averaging about 16 and a half a game. Kaniga's getting about 11, 12 points a game. Cole's been pretty hot from the three. He's averaging about 10 points a game.
It's always nice when the viewers are texting me as they're listening to us. We got Austin Bowling, the Red Rhino, out there just listening, saying how much he's enjoying the broadcast.
Shout out to Coach.
Yeah. What a good fella.
Oh, absolutely. Not a bad running back himself.
Well,
although I think his best skill was at kicker, but he will not claim that. That was a great carry call by the famous Jerry Caldwell, one of the most legendary Southeast Indiana refs around. Yeah, right here.
Does a lot of wrestling. I think he does a lot of wrestling officiating. Maybe.
No,
not him.
He's a soccer guy. He does a lot of soccer. I think he's done some soccer state finals even.
Nice. He looks nimble. Out there just getting after it. Love it.
Great dude.
Good deal.
Just absolutely great dude.
Anybody that wears that uniform and goes up and down the court, God bless him, because that's not something I could do. We got some interesting interviews coming up tonight too, don't we?
Hey, we have stacked this lineup for today. At the quarter break, we're going to get girls assistant coach, Mr. Jason Reeder, who's the one kind of really organizing this Hooping for Hope. Good inside out by Kaniga. Evan Lewis for three. Nice shot, Evan.
There we go.
Again, for all my visiting fans watching, I'm just going to tell you, I'm the Simpsons. I'm a homer. I'm rooting for the Tigers. I'm not going to hide it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I love Rushville showed up, but that's not the team I'm cheering on.
I mean, Kerry Brown motion offense. Pass, pick away. You're going to get a double screen looking for a two-gap drive.
How do you feel about the cream-colored uniforms here?
You know, those are a throwback, and they made an appearance at the Knightstown Gym, which some of you may better know as the home court for the Hickory Huskers.
Oh, SWAT Town.
Ooh. We really missed JP last game. Great sound effects, Coach.
Yeah, I admit it wasn't timed up very well. I'll get it. I'm on it.
JP he gets up so high.
Yeah.
No, but they wore these last year at the Milan Gym against Greenfield Central, who we play tomorrow.
Yeah, they got a guy.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a 5-star. I can't even imagine how many points he's ordering. Braden Mullins.
Yep. Going to UConn commit, correct?
I never heard of that school.
Yeah, they've done nothing. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Tigers leading 3-0.
That darn shoe.
Keaton is just, it's untied. He needs to double knot it. Isn't that what we tell the kids?
Good drive and two there by Adams, taking advantage of the McGrath's shoelace.
Still untied. We'll keep you guys updated on that. Well, we are about 1 for, feels like 87 from three-point line.
Well, that was another lateral three. Coach Cutter didn't seem like he was real thrilled with that. We got two subs getting ready to come in. Savavian for the Tigers. I can't quite tell for Rushville.
And then it looks like Dakari Mucker is going to check in as well. Oh, 5-second call. Nice. Lawrenceburg defense has been pretty good tonight. Oh, nope. He wants JP out. There we go.
Who we got for
Keaton's,
Rushville?
just for everybody wondering, Keaton's shoe is still untied. He's trying to tuck it into his shoe there. That'll work out well, I think.
Maybe it's a new style. You got to start something.
Yeah. Dribble drive there.
Nice
going
pass
up.
by Lewis. You know, I saw Taylor's scouting report on Kniga, and it said athletic linebacker that plays football. I don't think there's a better description for.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty accurate.
The dude is strong when he takes to the rack. He's not going to get bumped.
So back to the original question you asked me. Who do you got tonight, Notre Dame or IU?
I'm going to guess Notre Dame, but
Do you think it's going to be close?
I'm not putting my money where my mouth is. I think the weather, the running game, and the defense is probably gives them an advantage. I don't think the NCAA was accidental by putting two teams so close together to play this early. I think it's going to be exciting. I'm going to go with Ashton Craig and the Fighting Irish.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's wide open this year. Good. One more pass. There we go.
Noah's working. He's working down there. There we go. He weeks in for 2 points.
Earned that too.
Currently 5-2 with 1:30 to go in the first quarter. We got our first guest working his way up here. I'm excited for this interview.
I'm going to know where his allegiance is following the IU Notre Dame game, but we'll see what he says.
I believe his wife and daughter are at the game.
Going to call a block. Bucker's going to shoot 2. Just a quick update over on the sidelines. Got a sideline exclusive. McGrath has got his shoe tied.
That's applause worthy.
Yeah. He's had a really nice year coming into being a starter after just getting a little bit of time as a sophomore. That dude is a stud receiver.
Yep, he can make some plays. Dakari's first shot was up and good.
Coach, how we doing?
Oh, I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. This is the world famous Jason Reeder that we were talking about.
Second one up and good. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Tigers leading 7-2. I swear to goodness, if I say Pirates one more time.
Yeah.
Man.
Not the Pirates.
Nope, not them.
Number 11, Connect, subbing into the game. In Southeast Indiana, we pronounce those K's at the start of letters, at the start of words.
It's a good thing.
Yep.
It's a good dribble drive right there. Good floater. Good rebound there by Keaton.
Coach Reeder, we've made our predictions. Give me a prediction for the game tonight.
Oh, wow. I'm pretty biased, so I'm going to say IU by at least 21. I don't play the game, so I can say whatever I want.
That's a Kirk Snetti type.
That's a Kirk Signetti.
Yeah.
I love the moxie that he brings.
Well, certainly as an IU fan, you've had to enjoy the turnaround that he has brought to this season.
Absolutely. After we've had season tickets for 26 years.
Oh, wow.
So we've sat through some really
good football.
Really good football.
Yeah.
So this year was quite the reward to watch every game, and I think you get used to 20,000 people being in a stadium, and it triples, and all of a sudden everything's a little more hectic and busy.
And you guys even went out to, was it the UCLA game?
Went to UCLA.
That's awesome. Well, that didn't help our shooting percentage any there. So after one, we got the Tigers leading 9-2.
All right, we really invited Coach Reeder up here. He's an assistant on the girls basketball team to really talk about Hooping for Hope, and what this stands for, and what we're kind of doing here tonight.
Yeah, this is the 4th year for Hooping for Hope. We started this 4 years ago. We played Columbus North, raising money for iWin, and that comes several different ways. The T-shirts, T-shirt sales, OVS in town is a huge sponsor of that, and they donate a lot of money. We have our raffle down there of 24 different items where you can buy tickets.
No, they're not 24 items. Those are 24 like unique, awesome items.
Yeah. Gift cards. Frame. There's a framed Lauryn Hill jersey. There's signed pink balls. There's a lot of gift cards, and so that's pretty cool. And then Coach Kaniga donates $1 for every ticket that is sold for this game. And so what's unique about this year versus previous years is that we're playing Rushville tonight with the boys, and then we play the girls Rushville tomorrow at noon. So we said, you know what, you buy raffle tickets, you got to wait till the fourth quarter tomorrow, and then if you're not here, we'll text you and all that stuff. So it's just different this year. It's a lot more hectic. My wife said to me, "Are you sure you don't want to go to the game?" And I said, well, back in July, I didn't really plan to be in the BCS tournament. So I'm here. And
lesson learned, though.
Yeah, lesson learned. Right, exactly. Plan around the BCS. So I'm happy to be here. I'm excited, and I think I'll get to see most of the game tonight, and it'll be awesome. But yeah, Hooping for Hopes for iWin. We had our guest speaker, Sarah, who's in charge of iWin up in Indy. They do great things for the community.
No, absolutely. I think it's a super important cause. Maybe the scariest word in the English dictionary is cancer, and can't do enough for it. So kudos to you guys getting that together and making that happen. It was kind of awe as they read players' names and coaches' names and people they cared about and how they were impacted before the game.
Yeah. And, we had one player who came up to us after practice and said, I don't have a name to submit. And we, all 4 or 5 coaches looked at her and said, you're the luckiest kid on the team. Because some people had 4, 5, 6 names to put in for. So it's really devastating.
Absolutely.
Well, like Coach Reeder said, that the raffle carries on to tomorrow. Ironically enough, Tiger TV will be back tomorrow for a stream. So if you didn't enjoy tonight, maybe tomorrow will get better. I don't know.
Yeah, give me a preview of, let's talk about some Rushville girls hoops.
Oh, wow. Rushville girls hoops. They have an amazing history. Coach Winkler has been there forever. She's the AD as well. They play hard. They're in your face. They will out-hustle you, outwork, or try to out-hustle you, outwork you. They have had some really good teams over the years. This year, same thing. You kind of put together. They have Boyer, who is really good. So we'll have to put our best player on her. And then Buzzard, who really hurt us last year. And then Morgan, who we looked, she's gotten so much better at shooting threes when we were looking at her stats and watching her. So, and they have other players too, obviously, but their thing is, they kind of remind me of Tiger football, where they go at 7 in the morning in the summer. There's one way to do it or else, and that's a compliment. They just, Melissa's an amazing coach, and she just does a really good job. But they remind me of Tiger football a lot, of just tradition, and they just play hard or you won't play.
There's been some really good battles.
Amazing battles.
There's a guy on this IU Notre Dame game that didn't get to see a great sectional game, Joey Kavanaugh, who got kicked out mid-game of one basketball game.
Yes.
That I do recall.
That was my daughter's, I think my daughter's senior year when they lost the sectional final. We were winning. We were winning at halftime, and they, Rushville just figured us out and did just enough to beat us, and it was a really good game. But I know that student section was jazzed up that night. They were jazzed up that night.
I will say, thank God we get to play at home. Rushville girls basketball there is an environment.
Yeah,
that is a neat
They get their
environment.
band pumping. They get that student section going, and and that gym is just acoustically loud.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're just super proud of girls basketball.
Yeah.
They just that's their thing. Then they're really good at it. And Melissa's done a great job.
Or they moved out?
I think they moved.
They might be moved out.
All I know is
Jennings
Jennings County moved in, and that's not good for a lot of people, because we just played them the other night, and they are really good, really good. Them in Greensburg and Batesville's good. So it's a really good sectional.
Yeah,
we have a really good sectional.
Which we are hosting it, correct?
We are hosting it. We are hosting it.
I'm going to 1,000% credit that to Coach Kaniga's ability to host the hospitality room.
Yes.
1,000,000%.
We put our name in there, and everybody asked if he was hosting hospitality, and I think all the votes went.
That dude can put together a hospitality room.
He can. I agree. We had a coaches meeting the other night. There were 8 coaches, and I think there were 13 pizzas.
Well, I've always been told you're not going to go hungry coaching here, so.
No.
You know, we've got a substitution by number 15, Nagel, who is
a freshman.
A freshman.
Yeah.
And his cousin is Ellie Fox, who's on our team.
Yep.
She's a junior.
Yep.
They have a very similar build. Really long and lengty.
Yeah.
And I know his brother's on the football team. And he does a really good job too.
Yeah. Nagel's going to be a really good basketball player for the Tigers for
There
a
you go.
while.
Just knock it
just
down,
there.
too. Right on cue. It's like we're all synced up with them.
It's amazing to watch freshmen come into a varsity game and do something like that. I think they may not know what they're doing, so they just get in there and play, and
They don't know
they
any
don't think
different,
about it.
yeah.
They don't know any different.
Especially when that first shot goes down and you just go.
Yeah, it was a great shot.
Oh, good cut right there. Good kick out to the corner.
Rushville cannot buy a basket.
Yeah, you can call any set you want. If it's not going in, it makes it a little tougher.
Well, we would definitely say those baskets have lids on them occasionally for us,
Yeah.
too.
Good rebound there by Noah Kay. Nagel said, already. Let's
Whoa.
go.
Wow.
Let's go. That's a 14-2 lead with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. Rushville calling a full timeout.
I will say with that Kerry Brown style of playing tough defense, you know, and being methodical on offense, as much as if you get down 8 points or 12 like this, it's hard to come back against them. Sometimes when they get down 12, it's difficult for them to come back.
Yeah. And like Coach Reeder said, especially if there's a lid on that rim. I mean, it's not like you're shooting the lights out right now. It's tough. Lawrenceburg is playing solid defense, getting good rebounds. It's going to be tough for Rushville to crawl back in this if they're not careful. So you guys are about almost 3/4 of the way through the girls' season, aren't you?
Wow. Yeah, after tomorrow, we don't play again until January 3rd here.
Is that
Is
the
that the
Lauren Hill?
tourney?
The Lakers, the Bulls, and the Pistons are coming to play.
Perfect.
Actually, it's East Central, Westfield, and Beech Grove.
Oh.
I mean, those are some big, good schools that are coming to play in our tournament. So that's exciting.
Hey, you want to know some stupid trivia? I think that's what we're getting known for.
Here we go.
You talk about playing the Lakers, the Bulls, and the Pistons. I believe it was 1899. Someone correct me if my year's wrong. But the Cincinnati Reds played the Rushville Baseball Club in Rushville. They won 23-4. I have faith in Coach Tremaine. I'm not sure the Tigers can go 23-4 against the.
Was Sparky Anderson the manager then?
I think that was Pete Rose's rookie year. Rest his soul. You can tell that the Tigers went to work. There is a different intensity. There is a picking it up. There is a getting back after it that was not there earlier in the week.
You know, Rushville hosted the baseball sectional 2 years ago. They have a really nice field.
They do have
a really nice facility. The only issue with it is it's right next to the softball field, so both groups are ducking when if they're playing at the same time.
Foul balls are hitting the center
people are
fielder.
screaming and.
Actually, they got a really nice mound out in the outfield that you can kind of sit on and watch. And we redid our baseball field. We had some extra dirt and kind of took some inspiration from them.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but you're right. After that tournament, we have a few more games, and then it's sectionals in the first week of February. And it's hard to believe we started on October 21st, and it's been 2 months.
Moving right along.
2 months tomorrow, which is amazing to me.
Yeah. .350 to go in the second quarter. Tigers still leading 14-2. Who do we got as a leading scorer for Rushville?
We got Adams.
With 2?
Oh, hit, nope,
Ah,
just
crap.
broken. Chase with a 3 puts him in the lead.
Gosh, I shouldn't have got a little sarcastic
Jinxed
there.
us.
That'd come back to bite me.
Probably talk about free throws next, won't you, Coach?
Offensive foul on JP.
Coach Cutter is a very rational, calm guy. I'm going to say he did not like that call.
He did not.
We can say that for him, and he won't get fined.
I'm not saying his facial expressions were bad, but his body language certainly said he didn't like it.
It's nice to see him letting the freshman with the hot hand, and he lets him ride a little bit here.
And I love Lawrenceburg wore the. I love Lawrenceburg wore the special jerseys tonight for the event.
We were talking about
Speaking
this.
of you might have a little something up your sleeve.
Oh.
Maybe the answers.
That's a good shot. We do. We're going all pink tomorrow. Pink jerseys, donated by Tiger Prides, which we
nice.
greatly appreciate. We were doing some fundraising in the summer with camps, and we had a shooting camp, skills camp, and Coach Kaniga let us know that they decided to buy those, and
There we go.
pretty good deal.
Yeah.
You know, that's a nice thing. You know, you're talking about Coach K a little bit as an AD, and you know, a lot of people know him as a football coach, but as an AD, you know, like if it's going to benefit kids, he's all about it. You know, like that's special to have, and that's awesome.
And he was so great for this event. He just said, "What do you need?" And he helped us get it.
And I'm going to tell you, the athletic director was working his rear end off because we had a little sound system snafu, and whew.
Kaniga is battling.
The similarities.
There we go.
There we go.
The similarities between Noah, who made a great steal and a bucket there.
Way to be under control.
The similarities between Noah and Natalie are fun to watch. Clearly, I've known them obviously for a long time and watched them play basketball, but they play basketball the same way. I think Natalie might have a little better touch from the outside. Because she's really developed into a decent shooter. But they play the same way. They just play hard and rebound and
Smart,
make plays
plays
like he just made of just come across the middle, stealing it,
It's
and
almost
making a
like
nice
their
little run.
coaches' kids.
Yeah,
You
who would have
know?
thought? Who would have
Yeah.
thought that? Natalie had that same experience her freshman year. She got thrusted in a few games, and she just was like, "I'm just going to keep shooting and play hard." And she did a great job.
I told you we were going to be better on stats, but I have no clue what the rebounding is. But once Storm gets us an update,
Oh, Storm! Hey, don't you
Well, there's
worry.
another one.
the Tigers have got to be killing it on the glass.
I agree.
Nice drive by Cole. Mr. Caldwell's going to make a great call. He's going to
Yeah,
call
he
it
is.
on the floor. Oh, was that our sheriff, Mr. Shane McHenry, on the call?
yeah.
You better not argue with him.
Yeah. We're here.
Right here, right here.
There's this big orange thing right here in my way. Whoever built this really didn't have my best interest in mind.
Coach, Tiger TV wasn't around when
We're just trying to class this place up, guys. Oh,
yeah.
pay attention, Keaton.
Tigers ball.
This place is so nice, though. The lady who spoke from iWin, the first thing she said was, and she's from Indy and goes to games all the time to talk, and she's like, "This is the nicest place I've been in all year.
Our
This is super
facilities,
nice."
Despite what Facebook says, our facilities are unmatched. I get people coming, colleges come here to talk to kids, and they're like, "This place is better than what we have at our place."
It's very well kept. I think the kids respect it. The kids understand what they have. And it's, again, it's all for the kids.
Yep.
You know, you don't have nice things like this if you're not going to support the athletics and the kids.
The one thing you figure out as a basketball coach here is that during the off season, sometimes those baskets come down. To put those back up, you need an engineering degree, I think, to put those up and make sure you're safe and they're upright.
Oh.
But Coach White is a handy kind of guy, and he takes the lead on that. We just do what he says.
Oh, he made a
dish.
couple too many steps. Sheriff's on it.
Hey, speaking of traveling, Coach, did you know, original rules of basketball, you could not dribble. You could not walk, you could not dribble. Pass only basketball game.
Wow.
So it's ultimate frisbee with a basketball?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
12
that-
seconds to go
but
in the
that was
second
fun to
quarter.
watch.
22-8, Tigers leading. Good hustle there by Keaton. 2.9 seconds to go. Ball going to be out of bounds to the Tigers. Good night. Struggling.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Rain dance.
Good shot.
Evan Lewis gave it a great shot. I'd
Yeah,
like
he
to
did.
think that you would, we would like to get a better shot, but I think the Tigers would take being up 22-8.
Amen.
You know, dominating the boards, their defensive intensity has been well.
I'd also like to point out that Notre Dame just kicked off the IU ball on the 20. 1st and 10.
Those nice white jerseys.
Quarterback's from Canada. He don't care about the cold.
Right, I saw that. Yeah. He doesn't care
No,
about the
you
cold.
can't motion forward.
25. Sorry, I said the 20s. They're on the 25.
Coach Kniga's supposed to visit us at halftime.
I thought I saw him walking over, so he might have been dropping the officials off and then working his way up to
Yeah.
us. Trust me, he's not going to forget about being up here on this.
Yeah, you're good, Coach. Hey, good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll see you. We'll give you a shout out on the call.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and
Go
appreciate
putting
all
all
you
this
do.
together. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
go Hoosiers.
Yeah, go Hoosiers and go I win.
Yeah, thanks.
good deal.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thanks for being a great human being and representing the Tigers well.
Thank you.
Well, let's while we're waiting on Coach K here, you got some stats we can run down real fast?
Yeah. Scoring for the Tigers unofficially, I've got Cole with 2, McGrath with 2, Izzo with 3, Kniga with 2, Lewis with 3, Savabian with 3, and Nagel with a quick 5 off the bench.
Perfect.
Scoring for Rushville, I've got Adams with 2 and Chase with 6 on back-to-back threes. That is unofficial, but that's our scoring for tonight. It looks like Rushville's going to have to try to find some scoring or manufacture some scoring.
Yeah. So
Coach.
now we're getting joined by the legend. Now it's getting real. Yeah, Coach
Show's
Kniga
about to
up here.
get good.
Gonna get good.
7-second delay, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't have that, so check it.
Hey, Coach K, so obviously today was our last day of finals. The students got off until January 6th, but that does not mean the action is done for the Tigers. Talk to us about 2 big events that you're hosting for the girls and boys teams over the break.
Well, the first event will be at the Ray Fernie Classic, which will be held here in the Lawrenceburg main gym, as well as Greendale Middle School. And that tournament was put together, first year was last year, so second year this year, but put together to honor a long-time athletic trainer, teacher at Lawrenceburg Community Schools, Ray Fernie. So Coach Cutter spearheaded that, and it's one of those things where we were able to get teams last year, and man, it was a great tournament.
The number one thing I heard is, man, there's some really good basketball. I think.
And I will say this, you know, obviously where I taught for 25 years in basketball rules there, I went to the Bob Weddick tournament in Richmond for a lot of years and saw some really good basketball. What I saw last year out of the Ray Fernie tournament, I would say rival, if not superseded that. So looking at the teams in the lineup again this year, I'm expecting some really good basketball to be played over those 2 days.
And Coach Cutter didn't do himself any favors. So we don't have an easy road.
No, definitely not an easy road. I think Castle out of Newburgh, Indiana, down there by Evansville's in our pool, as well as New Powell, who some may say there's a Mr. Basketball candidate in that pool, even though I think that'll go to a guy we play tomorrow night at Greenfield Central. So, hey, Coach Cutter wanted to beef that schedule up, and he gave me the green light to do that as the athletic director, and it was pretty easy to find some games. But we're really looking forward to the Ray Fernie tournament. Again, I think it's going to be 2 great days of basketball. That Richmond tournament used to be one of the best in the state, but, you know, not looking at this with blinders on, but I really think we at Lawrenceburg right now, with the field we have and the players, have one of the best tournaments in the state of Indiana over that break.
You know, rightfully so, it's named after a Lawrenceburg legend, Ray Fernie. Coach Moore was not here when he was here, but give me a good Ray Fernie story.
Oh, there's some good ones. There's some good ones, definitely, for sure. And I go back with probably further than most with Mr. Fernie. His twins, Matt and Nate, were classmates of mine. So those guys were in my class growing up, and the Fern Dog lived over there on Tebbs, right down the street from my grandparents. But we introduced Coach Moore to Mr. Fernie. He'll drink some Fern juice every now and then on Friday nights. That's Gatorade with a little extra sugar in it. But, the thing that I remember about Coach Fernie is the next best thing about him was he was an Indiana State alum. And he would always talk about stories with Larry Bird, how he made more free throws than him in a free throw contest one day. I don't know if that's true. Somebody could probably fact check that. But, we used to do a coach's flotilla where his wife, Kathy, would make these nice rolls, and we'd go out on the boat and with the Lawrenceburg coaching staff. But, he tells a story about White Horse one night. Oh, that's a good one. But, you can't find a better man that represented Lawrenceburg High School while he was here. Taught me rest, ice, compression, and elevate one day in health class.
Perfect.
But just a great man, a great heart, bled orange and black, and we really miss him.
Truly the grooviest dude. If Matt doesn't play some Creedence Clearwater Survival or something in his honor, I mean, he was a groovy hippie. He was awesome, dude.
A big Bob Segar fan, too, though. And then our next event will be the Laurel Hill Classic, which will take place on January 3rd. That's going to be our girls' tournament. That is a one-day tournament, only 4 teams this year.
You didn't mess around with that lineup either.
No. Again, bringing some big-time teams here. Beech Grove out of Indianapolis, Westfield right there around the loop of 465. And then we're going to bring down East Central and then the Lawrenceburg Tigers as well. The thing that's a little different about our girls' tournament than the boys, we have also paired that up with a JV tournament as well with those same 4 teams. So they'll open up at Greendale, and then the rest of the activities will take place at the main gym here at the high school that evening.
And we talk about Ray Fernie, but Laurel Hill's another just classic legend of Lawrenceburg High School. If you come into our gym, you're going to come up the Laurel Hill entrance. I'm going to struggle to tell any stories and not get choked up. One story that I just vividly remember when she was first diagnosed with DIPG, I had her in math class, and I said, hey, we'll take it easy, whatever you need. She says, hell no, I'm getting an A.
There's no doubt there. Just a bright young mind, and taken way too soon from us. Obviously had a few brothers that went to the high school too. Mom and dad, great people. And then if you were able to attend that event, they call that the Centos Center now, Xavier? Is that what it's called? When she made that layup, and the people there, and just the support from all other communities around, but not only around, but like the country. Like that was something that went nationwide with her, approach to help cure that disease and fight that disease, and want to find a home run cure for that disease to help, hopefully all those that are affected by that at that young age.
And her legacy still carries on. I mean, they're still fighting hard in her name, and like I know the Lorton family is big sponsors and helps push that. So
yeah, and then you got the Flying Pig, the athletic assistant AD secretary, Judy Reese, who bleeds orange and black. She obviously helps with that, with her grunts there at mile 22. But, it's pretty neat that we have people in the community that will still like to carry on that name of Laurel Hill and do things to support that cause.
If you don't know, that is at mile 22 of the Flying Pig Marathon. There's basketball goals there, and Judy and her crew of volunteers pass out basketballs and you shoot. Believe it or not, this fat bald guy ran a marathon once. I have all the kudos in the world to those people that could shoot and make it. I couldn't see straight. I was wore out. I watched the guy dunk the basketball. But kudos to those people.
Well, hey, kudos for you for running a marathon.
Yeah, kudos to you. That's one thing that's not on my bucket list.
Coach, that was a while ago.
Well,
I struggle just watching it on TV. I'm tired.
I don't like driving 22 miles alone and running. So, no, that's a neat event, and a lot of neat things go on to help raise money for that fight. And we're thankful as a school corporation for all the people that donate their time, money to help that cause.
You know, you don't say Coach Kadega. I mean, you think athletic director, you think Twins, you think a wife is a volleyball coach. Obviously, you're a football coach, all-time winningest football coach. Give me the 25 outlook for the Tigers and kind of what the offseason's like right now.
Off-season's going well. Coach Buttram, the Tennessee Vols Warrior in the weight room, has our kids in there in the off-season program. Just presented us with some numbers with our first off-season check, and the weight room numbers have improved. Our speeds improved. I like the outlook, and I know that we lose a few key guys, but the one thing what we like about Lawrenceburg is we don't like to think that we rebuild, we just reload. We got a great coaching staff, and I've been asked a few times. I guess I need to put it out there because our custodian, the night shift guy that has all the scoop, Doug Brookbank, comes in the day and tells Miss Judy that he had the scoop from down there at Marathon while he was eating a Big Howie's breakfast that Coach K was going to step away. But I plan on coming back. I plan on leading the Tigers, and I think we got some unfinished business to take care of. We got a few schools that we'd like to get a hold of and get back and start winning that sectional title again and bring that back to Tiger Town. But
I think a credit to you, and one thing that probably a lot of people don't realize is no player has ever played in your program in a 4-year stretch and not won a sectional.
that is accurate. And, we've brought that up to our sophomores now, who will currently be juniors. So we got a little work to do. Our sectional's
and
tough.
let me just say, as someone who has been on the outside coming in, how impressive that is. Because there's a lot of schools out there that even in our conference that either don't have a sectional championship or only have 1 or 2 in the history of their school. And to have a class keep coming through that wins consistently is very, very impressive.
Well, let's don't mince any words here while we're on Tiger TV, because it is about the Tigers, Coach. And that school in our conference that hadn't won one would be South Dearborn.
That is accurate.
Now, I know Rockin' Rand down there, he's going to try to get that done, and they're going to try to have a few celebrations and some Mardi Gras festivals and all of that stuff. But, they got the Farmers Fair, Elephant Ears, and...
Oh, Lord.
You're right. It's very special. It's hard to do.
And Tigers are always going to have something to say about it. And I would say, just in a general outlook, no matter the year, I would say Lawrenceburg's always one of the favorite teams in that sectional.
Yeah, we like to think that. And, talking about that sectional, a few changes in coaches here. I think good old Coach Wes Anderson might be heading back up north to Ralphtown up there at New Powell. And,
Rushville's coach is now at Greensburg's coach. Rushville's looking for a new coach.
So it's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting in the IAC.
On the flip side, Notre Dame just scored 7-0.
7-0 Notre Dame, fighting Irish.
He threw an interception on the one.
I know Coach Liker don't like this, but I am a typical Hoosier resident, fan. I cheer for Notre Dame in football, and I cheer for the Hoosiers in basketball. I know that doesn't impress him because he is a straight Kansas Jayhawk fan, and he gives us crap about it all the time. But
those reversible starter jackets.
Hey, and Coach Liker, I'd just like to point out that how they scored was on a 99-yard run.
Ooh. That's RPO?
No, I think it's straight inside zone. It
Run power often?
Yeah. Run power often.
Hey, guys, I haven't been keeping stats for long, but I'm going to say that's a current FBS playoff record.
I'm going to say there's going to be a lot of records put out there tonight in the college football playoffs.
Well, place some money on the odds next year for IU. Their first 3 games, a lot of people think they're going to go 3-0, but I have them at 2-1, Coach. The Sycamores are rolling the Bloomington, and I think the Sycamores might be able to shock them next year.
Well,
I know you disagree. That's
wishful thinking. I love it. Oh, there we go. We're going to add that to they got double digits, guys.
Apodaca for 2. If you were his family and I mispronounced your name, I deeply apologize. He's a nice player. My pronunciation in the English language is about just a little bit above Coach Buttram's.
Well, we're not even sure what English he speaks.
That's Tennessean.
Yeah. JP's just been
nice
out. Good rebound there by Noah.
Hey, I'm checking my phone, and you know what? Coach Jeffries let us down.
No.
You got it?
You check your email, buddy.
Coach Jeffries, my deepest apologies.
Don't you ever doubt him.
Storm's one of a kind, guys. You know, that young man came to Lawrenceburg as a junior or senior and was able to get hooked up with Coach Pratt and myself, and he's never turned back, just faithful and really appreciative of all the things Storm does.
Oh, it bleeds.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm okay, thank you, though. Thanks, Mama. Another member of Judy Reese's family. Just always take care of everybody.
Love it. That's Sherry Nelson, head of Tiger Pride, and we got her son up here today, Maximum.
Yeah, Max
on
on
the
the
board.
board.
Max on the board.
These broadcasts are not able to be done without some help of my class here. So, you know, we got Francesco, who's 2 for 2, and he's coming back tomorrow to do it again.
Oh, man.
He came all the way across the pond to get
from
this
Italy.
special
Yeah.
treatment.
You should have seen his final. His final was awesome. It was like all about being a high school student in America.
You know, he lives where he's from in Italy is like the olive oil capital of the world.
Really?
If you go and look at his town from an aerial view, it's nothing but olive trees around it.
Yeah, he's got a thick accent like Coach Buttram, but I can understand him better than I can Buttram. Yeah, and like you said, we got Max on the TriCaster here, and you got Jacob up running the camera. It's all good.
You know, we were talking about our one viewer, Coach Bowling, earlier in the night. He was just named. Congratulations to him, the new baseball coach at South Dearborn. Told him I loved him. I was proud of him. I know he'll do a great job. But I am going to continue to not root for him when it comes to the baseball season. But he's going, in all honesty, he's a great baseball player, great baseball coach, good kid. He's going to do good things there.
Yeah, I think, you know, as any coach will ever say is, you know, if it was easy, everybody would do it. So he's got challenges ahead of him, as does any coach. And, you know, I wish him the best of luck, except for a couple games a year.
Absolutely. I hope he gets second in the sectional every single year
Absolutely.
he's there.
Every single year.
Yeah.
And again, that's just another great kid that came to us via East Central. Wanted to step down here in Tiger Town and go after a championship. And
I
get
remember.
a great academic experience there that we offer them. And,
Yeah.
but the Red Rhino, what an impressive senior year he had while he was a Tiger. Over 3,000 yards, about 50-some touchdowns. And just unbelievable athlete, and helped lead the Tiger football team in 2016 to a state title runner-up football game.
Coach Moore, you were coaching at Greensburg at the time when he came through, and I don't know what your defensive back drills were, but I just remember watching them turn and run from him a couple times.
Well, I'm going to tell you, our defensive back drills were not how to tackle the 240-pound running back. We didn't have that guy in practice to simulate that.
Yeah, you could have just went over to the Honda plant and got a Mack truck.
Yeah.
You didn't put Coach Jackson in pads and say,
Oh, good Lord.
practice tackling
Those
him?
days were far, far behind us.
No, they just happened this year from what I hear out of Greensburg.
Yes,
So,
kind of what I
You
hear.
hear about those stories. Hey, no offense to our staff. I think we have one of the best staffs in the state of Indiana. I don't think any of them, besides maybe Coach Seymour, are in the shape to probably suit up.
And you talk about a dude there, Coach Seymour, the epitome of optimism. He's a good one. If you guys don't know Coach Brad Seymour, it is well worth your time to seek him out.
yeah, he's a teacher over at LPS, does a great job over there in that second grade wing. And, you know, just Coach Seymour, another Tiger alum that's on our staff and helps out, you know, with our extracurriculars. And he is a very, very great young man, I guess adult now, but, man, he's awesome.
Yep,
I'm sure
yep.
he's sitting at home watching the Hoosiers tonight.
Oh, I guarantee
He probably
it.
had them winning by 21.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's what Reader picked. Reader picked IU by 21.
Hey, they're moving the football. IU's marching down to about 38, maybe.
Yep, they moved it earlier, got it down inside in the red zone, then threw a pick. So
Yeah, just don't do you no good to go down that field like that and not finish the play.
that rush
You know what I
defense
mean?
wasn't so hot right there for that 98-yard run.
What do you think? What's the temperature out there in South Bend right now, you think?
Boy.
I bet it's chilly. 26-10 here, Coach Moore. Tigers leading the Lions with right under 5 to play.
This defensive intensity is way different than we exerted the other night. Now we played a zone, but man, this is a different Tigers team.
Yeah, just a different approach. And I'm sure practice may have had something to do with that the next day. And
well, Rushville has no clean passing lanes. There's hands everywhere. We're getting deflections. We're getting a lot of rebounds, not giving up second chance points. And on top of that, Rushville's not hitting a lot of their first shots.
Oh, and we're rebounding the heck out of the ball. That's a credit to coach and his staff. You know, instead of panicking, we had one bad game. You're never as bad as your worst game. They just went back to work.
yeah, and I talked to Jerry Caldwell, who's one of our officials tonight. He really enjoyed the pace of the game. He said, I can't do too many more of these up and down games, right? He said, I like these Kerry Brown styles where they slow it down, and I can go from about volleyball line to volleyball line to be able to officiate a great game. And we brought in the sheriff tonight too, Coach Ryder.
Yeah, we hit on that.
I mean, we got a guy that sells garage doors, we got a preacher, and we got the sheriff. I don't know what else type you would be looking for in a crew.
4:26 to go. Tigers leading 26-10. I don't know. I mean, unless something major happens, I don't know if Rushville has the firepower to crawl back into this. So we call that filler time on the broadcast.
Coach, if we're good at anything, it's filler.
Oh,
it's
man.
probably not great at the action, but
Hey,
we get
hit Coach K with a couple of those stats from the originality of the game.
A trivia question. All right, well, hey, we got a foul. This is a great time for...
We call that a segue in my biz.
There we go. There we go. First foul in the original rules of basketball was just a foul. Second foul that you had to sit on the sidelines. It was a power play, 5-on-4.
Whoa, like hockey.
3 consecutive fouls was just an automatic bucket for the other team.
Wow.
If you fouled and injured a player, you were disqualified, and then you just played a man down kind of like soccer.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of soccer, our first special guest was the legendary Coach Offit.
Yeah, what a great guy. Another guy that's been in the athletic program, coaching that girls' soccer program for over 20 years. What a great job by him and the girls to finally finish that thing off. You know, they've been close a couple times, and what a great run that was. And there's no one more deserving that should win a state title than Bill Offit. Just all of his dedication and everything that he's done for our girls' soccer program. But, man, that was fun. I know all of us were there and enjoyed that day, and congratulations to them.
Hey, you know, fun fact for you. Ooh, three-pointer by. It's nice to see him getting it going. He's been off to a slow start on the year, but he's really starting to play well tonight. Mishawaka Marion is up in the South Bend area. Coach Offit works at UC. Mishawaka Marion's head coach is a professor for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
With the penalty kicks, Coach Offit had him scouted out exactly where all those were going. So I don't know if that says anything against the UC versus Notre Dame education, but kudos to Coach Offit. I know I could not outsmart a college professor.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I can hold my own.
I think that coach as well, obviously a professor at Notre Dame, but I want to say it was like in the medical field or something that he was a professor in. So training future doctors and people that are going to take care of all of us one day.
Perfect. We got a full weekend of Tiger Athletics this weekend, too. We got girls basketball tomorrow. Wrestling is at
East Central. The girls will go up and participate in the Madison Cubby Invite in Madison.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, girls wrestling is an official Indiana IHSA sport now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really taken off, and, you know, the state of Indiana has made that a sport, and there will be a tournament this year. And we had our first girls match here. That was impressive, Noah.
It's like Ollie from Hoosiers. Right off the foot.
Right off the foot. But no, Coach Seeley and his staff, Coach Quicksall, Coach Sweeto, they've done a great job of getting our girls program up and running and looking for, I think we have maybe 6 or 8 over at the middle school right now and running around 4 to 6 here at the high school. So
you know,
good luck to all of them.
As a principal, I'm always looking for what life lessons can come out of this to make you a better person, whatever. That's the one thing I really like about wrestling. It's you against the other person on the mat. There are nobody else to blame for. You have to take ownership, and it takes nothing but hard work.
Yeah, when you're out there and it's just you and another person, it's all on you.
Coach Brown did not like that. He was about all the way out on the court to call that timeout.
Yeah, he was Coach Kaniga deep on the field trying to call that timeout.
Sometimes you just got to go out there and let them know you're here, Coach.
Check.
Check. Cool.
And then finally, our boys basketball team goes to Greenfield Central.
Greenfield Central.
Tomorrow evening.
They do. Greenfield Central. Actually, that's a triple header at Greenfield Central. Freshman and JV will tip at 6. And then varsity probably around 7:30. And we touched on it a little bit. The Mullins kid from Greenfield Central who just currently selected his college that he'll attend after this year. It came down to IU and UConn. And UConn beat IU out with probably about $5 million to get him there.
So it was
Along
real
also,
close.
I heard, giving his girlfriend the opportunity to come there too. So package deal, I guess. So congratulations to him on that. That's a big time offer. And I've got the privilege to watch him play for 3 years in a row now. And this will be the 4th. And he is really, really good. Currently averaging, I think, 36 points per game.
Well,
so maybe Coach Cutter will get him in here tomorrow and come up with a nice defensive plan.
Maybe we can hold him 35.
perfect.
That'd be great.
Anything below the average.
Last year we played him on that Hoosiers court up there in Knightstown, and with the double half court lines, and you're out there and you got a 6'5" guy running the half court trap up front. That was unique.
It was unique. Heard Coach Cutter just saying, don't watch the paint dry from the movie Hoosiers.
Set him up with the picket fence.
And that's another, we're talking about the Hoosier Gym. We are in, what color would you guys call that tonight?
I called it cream.
So these cream uniforms, courtesy of Coach Mooch Hamilton last year, the first game that we wore these were actually in the Hoosier Gym. So,
we have Coach Pettit on the sideline. He's a good Instagram follow because he's always going to let you know what outfits we're coming out in.
Oh yeah, I saw him laying them out on the floor. They're taking pictures of it.
Last game we didn't play well against Taylor, and they had recycled an outfit. And I heard Coach Cutter yelling at Coach Pettit, saying, "We can't do that again. It's new outfits from here on out."
It's all about the fit.
Look good, play good, right?
That's right.
I think that award goes to best dressed coach on the football sideline in the EIAC. Only one name comes to mind for me. If
Best dressed coach in the EIAC.
I was going to give that award.
Oh.
Best dressed
Is this a head
football
coach? Are you taking all the coaches? Head coach?
We can go head coach.
Hang on, let me. Oh.
The Rolodex isn't that big, Coach.
I have a feeling who you're going to say. Did he just get a new job?
He did.
Okay.
He did. But you know what the best part of his outfit was? Some people might say the shoes.
Nice back door.
That was
Good
a great back door. He's a littler guy, so has those tight jeans on, but what really set it off, the flat bill hat.
Yeah.
The flat bill lion hat. I mean, I bet we can get one of those now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did a nice fill at Rushville, won a lot of football games, got him going.
Won their first conference in the EIAC since they joined the EIAC.
Yeah, very impressive job up there, Coach Isaac did with those guys.
He finds himself in another rebuilding situation, but hopefully.
All right, after 3, it is Lawrenceburg 31, Rushville 13.
All right, fans, grab those tickets. Here's tonight's Kelsey Chevrolet game ball winner. 209.
Anybody want to update on the Notre Dame game? Still 7-0. 3 minutes ago in the first. Notre Dame ball looks like.
Some point updates. Kaniga adds 2 to get to 6. We have Cole with 2, McGrath with 2, Izzer with 3, Kaniga with 6, Lewis with 3, Mucker with 2, Safavian with 3, and Nagel with 5. For Rushville, we have Adams with 4, Apodaca with 2, Chase with 6, and pronouncing the K, Connect with 3.
Well, when you have 13 points and spread it out like that, the leading scorer is only going to have a few. And on the other side right now with the Tigers only with 31, it sounded like it was pretty spread out evenly, too, amongst our guys that have been out there playing this evening.
All right, we'll take this quick moment to introduce our 7th and 8th grade Tigers.
You know, we talked about best dressed coach, but I might go best hair in the basketball
right
conference.
there.
It's got to go to our own Mooch Hamilton.
I tell you what, let's get a close up of that.
He has some good product. Head and Shoulders, what he told me. Head and Shoulders. Oh, wait a second here. We're introducing a basketball team. The 8th grade Tigers.
Well, I take this little break. There are a few more rules I thought were unique. Basketball was originally two 15-minute two 15-minute halves that just continuously ran with a little 5-minute break in between. Hey, so since you stole my trivia question,
What was it?
what are the 3 conference schools that Kerry Brown has coached at?
Oh, yeah, I
New
got
trivia
that.
question, since our dumb stats of the day are off the original 13 rules of basketball. Where are the original 13 rules of basketball stored?
Whoa.
Where are they stored?
Where do they reside at this moment?
Well, you would like to think at the Basketball Hall of Fame, but obviously
I'm not
I
going
feel
there.
like a trick
it is
question.
the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Fieldhouse in Kansas.
Yes, that's the real basketball
The real
Hall of Fame.
Basketball Hall of Fame. Yeah, they still got the peach basket there, too.
That in there.
Still got the peach basket.
It's in the David Booth wing. There's a good 30 for 30 on about the guy buying those. The other guy's like debating over whether he should bid $3 million or something like that, and the other guy's like, it's just money, pay.
Oh, Lord.
Good top-down feed by Lewis.
Little open offense here, just moving the ball around, cutting.
This
Spreading them
motion's
out.
a little different than what they've been
Good
running.
move there by
Good
Dakari.
Kari.
Good to see Dakari Mucker get going. You know, he's been a guy, a 6th man, started a game or 2. So good to see him get going and taking the ball to the rack and contributing. He's contributing to the cause here tonight, and that's good for Dakari.
That's a kid with great shoe game. Every time I see him at school, he's got a fantastic set of shoes on.
And always smiling.
Oh, great. A phenomenal kid.
Yeah.
2 points for Gurley.
Now, the big question of the night is, did Matt Albright know that we were wearing a cream-colored uniform, so he wore the cream-colored pullover?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that's...
The Tiger basketball staff does not mess around.
That's
when
on
they
point.
do outfits, I mean, they're going to include the bus driver all the way down to the mascot.
That is on point.
No stone unturned for Coach Cutter and the gang over there.
Love it.
Did you get a nice shot of Mooch's mullet there?
Oh,
Was you
yeah.
able to freeze frame that?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's the
Look
AC
at
Slater.
Nagel. Look at
Whoa.
Nagel.
Nice to see that out of him.
Did you just say AC Slater?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, so Saved by the Bell. Here's a little question. I'm sure you'll get this one. Where was AC Slater supposed to go wrestle in college? What college was AC Slater on
AC
his
Slater or
his character
I got you.
on Saved by the Bell? Where was he supposed to go wrestle?
In the college years, didn't they go to like Cal Poly or something? Coach, I don't know this.
I don't know if that's where he. I don't know. I didn't follow it after. Whatever. He was supposed to go to Iowa.
Got you. Great wrestling school.
Great wrestling school.
Oh, he's open.
Mismatch there. Tigers got confused there.
We got 5:30-ish to go in the 4th quarter. Got Lawrenceburg leading 36-17. Oh, why are we? That's aggressive. Another shoe untied. Might have to go to Velcro.
Yeah, loop, swoop, pull, or Velcro. I think that's a famous quote from our head baseball coach,
That is-
Nick Tremaine.
That is accurate.
he's over at the middle school, so he's dealing with all those 6th and 7th and 8th graders. I can see where that becomes a problem when you're playing hockey, floor hockey, or
especially when they try to get out of jogging their warm-up laps and they have to stop and tie their shoe. That really infuriates him.
Coach Tremaine does not like any delays in his PE class.
No.
We'll talk about this football game. Coach Tremaine, obviously a big IU guy, but he also enjoys to partake in predicting who was going to win games. I'm interested to see where he placed his bets tonight.
I'll let it rain. Let it rain.
DK.
Good action there, though.
Yep.
Ball went inside out threes. It's a good shot.
So who do we, Coach Leiker, who we got for interviews tomorrow?
Oh, we've got a world-famous volleyball coach who just retired. Stacy Knick is going to, you heard it live here that Coach is going to come back. We're going to get some perspective and some reflection from Mrs. Knick.
Second best coach in our house.
How many more wins does Stacy have than you?
Well, you know, we talked about that when I got hired. At that time, I think she had 200 wins, and they asked me that question. I said, well, heck, if I played that many games that year, I'd have 200 too. But we only can play a max of 15, you know, so she gets 30 plus a year. So
it's a numbers game.
It is a numbers game.
Numbers game. I get it.
What would be maybe we look at what the win percentage is.
Oh, nice take by Noah.
There too. You talk about just a great career, and I don't want to steal her thunder because I'm sure she'll talk about this tomorrow, but Lawrenceburg was not known for volleyball when she came here. Coach Crocker signed her up to come here when we were at a UC football game, talked her into coming to Lawrenceburg. I really think that she came to Lawrenceburg for volleyball instead of me, but that's a whole other story. But
we'll dive into that later.
Yeah, but what a great career, 23 years, a lot of wins, a lot of sectionals, but more importantly, I think if you talk to the girls that played for her, they would tell you that I think the biggest thing that she did for them was confidence, making them a competitor and believing in things that they will not only need to do on the volleyball court, but things after high school as well.
And we'll talk about this more tomorrow, but I couldn't echo that sentiment more. She's a fantastic volleyball player, but working with her as being her assistant principal for years, her leadership qualities and the things that she instills in young ladies, holding them accountable, pushing them. You will see girls that are pushed to limits that they've never been pushed before and love her all the same. So that's a kudos to her, and you can, if you know her family at all, you can tell she inherited that honestly from her parents.
Yeah, known as Little Ed in the family due to her dad. But played for Coach Dave Shondell, who's now the head coach at Purdue. So I'm sure that she might have a few stories there about
and
Coach
she's an Indiana State alum, correct?
She's an Indiana State alum. Got there a year later than me, Coach, but we graduated at the same time.
Hey. I understand that. I understand.
She just missed out on an extra year of fun. I went 5, she went 4. So
hey, some people just don't understand 5 more fun.
Yeah. Tried to go 6, but they wouldn't let me pay for it, so I had to get out of there.
Yeah, at least your school's still around.
Yeah, the St. Talking about St. Joe, you had the privilege of coming down to Terre Haute, if I remember right.
We did. We came down there, played you. I think it was your freshman year.
Yeah.
My first senior year. Played you in a little football, and
were you on COVID? Were you on a COVID red shirt, or how'd that work, Coach?
I was on a. I was on a add to my license.
I got you.
Red shirt.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah. I will say there was a semester where I did not have class on Monday or Friday.
Good planning.
But it was during football season, so.
Yeah. Still good planning.
Yeah.
Looks like Tigers are subbing down to JV, getting them some.
Got Nikki Cornett strolling around the track, about to get out of here. Former TTT president. It was the best day when she signed up and committed to that job, and the best day after that was her being able to turn the keys back over to me after she was done. Great job with our booster club.
Yeah.
Huge. Cornets are huge supporters of anything Tigers. I'm going to have to hold back their youngest a little bit so we can keep them a little longer. He's a great student, so it's going to be hard to do, but we'll figure it out.
He plays golf and is going to be a good golfer. And I heard that she was going to start a parent club for the golf team.
Perfect.
This spring, and maybe, working on a golf simulator in the building somewhere, maybe down the road.
That's what my golf game needs.
As
more swings.
As the high school principal, I fully support that.
Yeah, absolutely. as the broadcasting teacher and incorporating that technology, I endorse that.
Hey. How do you think, when I just look across the gym, I can only think about what Rushville's radio guys are talking about and compared to what this broadcast
I know they were talking about a guy by the name of Wendell Wilkie.
Wendell Wilkie.
Vice president.
Wendell Wilkie was the 1940 presidential candidate from Indiana that lost to.
You said 1940?
Yeah, let's see that history.
Whoa.
FDR?
FDR.
Yeah. Ooh, impressive, Coach.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Born in Rushville, only Indiana presidential nomination by natural birth.
Also, talking about Rushville, how can you not talk about Captain Gary Rush? He knows everybody in Rushville, has some relatives there.
Yeah, you want to. Tiger TV is in its first year, but quality video broadcasting, no one's done it better or longer than Captain Rush.
It's timeless.
Oh.
Nice rebound by Bates. He's going to be a kid, I think, that can really help the Tigers next year. If you look at him, he's really developed, not only on the basketball floor, but the football field as well.
He's a big, strong kid.
He's a big, strong kid. He's really developed, an athletic young man. Looking for big things from him, and got some guys that usually play some JV minutes in right now. Coach Cutter not trying to run it up on his mentor too much.
The legendary Tigers throw it out to half-court inbound play.
That's
Nagel, you're already in the scorebook. You don't have to foul to get in there.
That's true.
That's true. Some of us are trying to get home tonight and watch this Irish football game. I bet the gym clears out fast tonight. The one person that might say they don't care is Stacy Mucker. He's a Michigan fan.
Oh, but he's watching the game on his phone right here. I see it.
He's watching it. He don't hear me over here, but.
Oh, yeah. He's locked in.
Love it.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure out how to beat those Irish next year. The Wolverines.
Oh, that was two. I'm off one. There we go. 38-20 with 2:40 to go in the fourth.
Give Davidson credit. Switching the undershirt in between games. Was white in the first game. Now comes out with a nice jet black one.
He's another sophomore, nice young player, good build. He's gonna be a good player. We've got some good youth coming up.
Yeah, Coach Cutter and his staff's just done a phenomenal job of working with our youth and getting them better. And
he's got them bought into the weight room, which is nice to see.
He does. And he has a doctor on his staff, the shot doctor, and Coach Scalf down there. The shot doctor has two doctors, actually. Coach Butt, the set doctor. He has tons of set plays. So each one of these coaches bring a little something to the mix for Coach Cutter.
Perfect.
Yeah, not too many staffs have two doctors on their staff.
We're going to need someone to take it out, sir. There we go. 2:04 to go in the fourth quarter, 22-38.
Kerry Brown coaching the whole time.
Yep.
That dude is a basketball junkie, and I mean that in the positive way. I mean, old school, driving to a game. If he's got a day off, he's driving to scout a basketball game. He's coaching his butt off. I've seen him here in the summer with 5th grade just trying to get kids better. That dude puts in work.
He does, and, eventually what I think, I'm sure some other people would agree with this, a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, I would think so, yeah.
Was at Rushville, left for a while, had a stint at South Dearborn, and they ran through that like they do every other coach down there about every 2 or 3 years, which I think if you ask them now, they would say that was a mistake on their part because he is really good. And then, went to one of the largest gyms in the state of Indiana up at Connorsville.
Spartan Bowl, yeah.
And then finds himself back at home at Rushville here. So there's no one that does it better than Coach Kerry Brown. He does it the right way. And, man, he's a great guy. And right now, assistant middle school AD. So kind of switched into the admin role up there at Rushville and doing well up there. Talked to him before the game, and he's enjoying it.
Notre Dame up 14-0.
Yeah, I think this I think this game can get ugly if I'm being honest with you, Coach. I know a lot of people don't really want to hear that, but I don't know if the Hoosiers have the horses to go too deep in this game.
Okay.
Nice rebound by Davidson.
That's the joys of being a high school principal is people come up and tell you we're having some troubles with the toilet mid-broadcast.
Yeah, just in case our viewers out there were curious.
Yeah.
We'll get the Wet Bandits on it. They'll come
the Wet
take care of it.
Hey, give me it is the Christmas season.
Amen.
Give me your favorite Christmas movie.
Oh.
Not Die Hard either.
What? I was going to ask, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
That's the million-dollar question.
I mean, I think just because of my personality, I think it all begins and ends with Christmas Vacation. I mean, it's just the most quotable movie ever.
I mean, you and Cousin Eddie are very similar.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, half the time
The
I
way
go
he
down
was
to your
coming out of that van after coming home from North Decatur, a little slippery, or North Decatur, Notre Dame, Purdue. Yeah.
It was slippery.
It was a little slippery.
Yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
So Christmas Vacation. What about you, Coach Liger?
I was a Home Alone kid.
Me too.
You know, I
a good
love
one.
Christmas Vacation, but Home Alone, you know, the Wet Bandits, there's a lot of funny one-liners even there when you watch it with your kids that's still good.
I saw something on, as my dad would call it, Face Page or Facebook, Twitter, one of those things, where one of the Wet Bandits, the one with the beard, where he had
Daniel
set
Stern.
himself up by that movie to still receive all these royalties that basically have made him a multimillionaire, and it was all off of that one movie in the contract that he had.
Well, that's good for him. Smart business.
Yeah, smart business.
Yeah, I mean, and if you really look back at that movie, there's some big-time actors in it.
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Pesci and the mom. Can't think the name's drawing a blank on it, but she was in Schitt's Creek. Good stuff. She was in Beetlejuice. She's the mom in Beetlejuice. FYI.
There you go.
Coach, this is a classic move here. So Rushville comes out and starts pressing Lawrenceburg when our subs are in. And Coach Cutter does not hesitate
Puts the starters
to
right
put
back
the
in.
starters back in.
Dunk it.
And that's what happens there. Now let's just be smart and get out of here.
Yeah.
Come on, that's a lazy play. Little different when you press the starters.
Just a little. And nothing against the younger guys. They're not used to that speed of the varsity press, and they'll get better at that and eventually be out there breaking it themselves. You know, you talk about Sherry Nelson. What else can she do tonight, Coach Liker? Down there dishing out popcorn to the fans now.
Yep. Perfect. We got about a minute to go. Tigers leading 40-26. As we said, we will be broadcasting the girls' game tomorrow. We'll be coming on the air about 1:15 to finish up our Hooping for Hope 2-game set with Rushville. Still plenty of good things to auction over here. Come on out. Get something.
We need to get some Rushville fans. I hope they're listening. The last time I checked when I walked by there, the Rushville men's signed basketball had 0 tickets in it.
Oh, maybe they don't know.
So if you want to win something, you might want to at least get a basketball out of it.
Perfect.
But some neat gifts over there. Thanks to all of those organizations that donated a gift. A really nice Lauren Hill jersey over there, a pink jersey. And also talking about that game tomorrow, a big shout out to Tiger Pride as they purchased all pink uniforms for our girls basketball team.
That's awesome.
What's the thought here? We intentionally foul. And then sub that. I'm struggling to figure out what the heck just happened there.
I'm just struggling to figure out what's going on, really, because
I'm not going to lie to you, I
26
wasn't
to
paying
40.
attention, so I don't know what happened.
We were in a half-court set. They just came out and did an intentional foul. And nothing dirty, nothing bad about it. And then we subbed right back down. I don't know if there's some gameplay there. I mean, there's a lot of respect between both the coaches.
Maybe just some strategy, looking down the road, maybe.
16-point lead for the Tigers with 1:09 to go.
Well, guys, I'm going to head down there and play AD for a minute. I'm going to meet this fine officiating crew and get them back into the locker room. But thanks for having me. Probably stayed a little longer than needed, but one thing I enjoy. I used to call some games on Eagle 99.3, and one thing that I really enjoyed doing was when people hit threes, I'd like to say where they shot them from. So when oh, that's a three from Flavors. That's a three from the casino or the Speedway. You know, so
perfect.
Yeah.
We can carry on that tradition if we need.
But since then, the Eagle hasn't called me back, so I don't know if they really enjoy it or not. But we got Tiger TV, and we're much better TV people anyway than radio. But thanks for everything Tiger TV is doing for our school and our community. And thank you guys for doing this for us. It's a really neat product that you guys are putting out there. So
yeah, thanks for coming,
Have a good
Coach.
night, and go Tigers.
Perfect. Well, that was Coach Ryan Kaniga, AD/head football coach.
Hey, his wife Stacey Kaniga's got a lot to follow. I mean,
Yeah, she's going to have to really bring her A game. I don't know. Got about 50 seconds here to go in the till the end of the game.
I will say this about Coach Brown's team: no matter what the score is, they are going to play hard to the end.
Absolutely.
Let's take my Nagel. Nagel has had himself a nice night.
Yeah.
That's going to get him into double digits. Yeah.
Well, how about travel? Something? No? All right. Cool.
Coach or Sheriff McHenry on the call. Sometimes you get away with speeding. Sometimes you get away with traveling.
That's
Don't catch them all.
accurate.
Free throw shooting's been pretty solid tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
That brings Connect to 5 on the night.
Well, unless something major happens here, this is going to drop Rushville down to 1-4 on the season, 1-2 in the conference, and this will put Lawrenceburg at 5-1 overall with a 3-0 in the conference, which would be currently leading.
I think that conference this year is more wide open than it's been in years.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested to see what Jennings County brings with them getting added to our sectional this year.
And they'll be in the Ray Fernie, so we'll get maybe a little bit of a look at them next weekend. I know they just beat Greensburg earlier in the week, and they had a kid go for 42.
Ooh.
So they obviously got one dude out there that can fill it up. Said something about free throws, didn't you?
Coach, you don't talk about free throws, field goals, or weather in golf.
Yeah.
There we go, Bates.
Here we go.
You know, I credit that Sherry Nelson's husband, Matt Nelson over there. I saw him practicing his free throws on the side. Boom, stepped up and hit it.
Perfect. Well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. That's a 14-point lead for the Lawrenceburg Tigers, winning 45-31. Like I said, we are going to be back with the broadcast tomorrow for the girls' game, probably coming on the air about 1:15. Certainly like to thank Coach Liker for coming out and doing this, and we'll both be back on the call tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Great night. Good job. Win for the Tigers. Kaniga leading us with 10, and Nagel leading us with 10. Great effort for the Tigers. Great bounce back. Way to get a conference win. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll hopefully see both of you tomorrow on